I think you are a rule, not breaker intentionally, but I think just in general, also not the most like,
Conventional?
yeah, perhaps
Yeah.
unconventional is a way to describe it.
But
I think just your choices, let's say even in the movies,
Mm-hmm.
they've been very unconventional.
But I didn't have the luxury of choice. I didn't have the luxury of choice. I would have loved to have been launched by a big production house or whatever. I didn't get that option. It's not that I sat there and said कि नहीं, तुम नहीं, तुम्हारे साथ नहीं, ऐसा नहीं था. I feel like when you come and when I don't like to talk about this whole struggle phase. I feel a lot of people make too much.
Yeah.
या तो आप बात करते हो नेपोटिज्म की या बात करते हो जब मेरे पास 500 रुपए थे और मैं प्लेटफॉर्म पे
उसके बीच में भी होता है
उसके
कुछ.
बीच में भी एक दुनिया होती है. And I remember, like, of course, I had my own share of struggle. It's not easy. You have to go from studio to studio. You get rejected. You get thrown out of films. It happens to everybody. It happens even to poor, like, film family kids. So it's not like we are singled out for any reason. But having said that, I feel you, as an actor, you make the best out of what gets offered to you.
Yeah.
And that's what I've done. And perhaps they've been radical choices because I've never been apologetic about anything I've done, even if I've made a mistake. अच्छा गलती हो गई, कोई बात नहीं, it's my mistake. I think that's the difference in perhaps attitude more than anything else. I know a lot of people who do some films and they feel, I don't know, almost apologetic about it कि अरे हमको तो वो करना था. I'm like, नहीं, ये करना है और मजे करो. जो काम ऊपर वाले ने दिया है उसको शिद्दत से करो, अच्छे से करो. And I believe in living my best life.
Yeah.
And any opportunity that doesn't come to me, I'm like, unka, their loss. Imagine they missed out on working with me.
Maybe the badassy roles choose you. Like, look, you've played a badass in quite a few of your roles. Maharani to chalo tops it all.
Yeah.
But let's say even शुरुआत में a movie like Gangs,
Yeah.
your role, in
Yeah.
Gangs, Ded Ishqiya, it's been like maybe perhaps the badassy roles choose you.
Yeah, or maybe they're the vanilla parts and I made them badass. I don't know.
Entirely possible.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I have to give a lot of credit for all the amazing writers, directors, producers I've worked with. They've really empowered me. Each and every one of them in their own way. Because it made me feel that the way I could play that part, only I could do it.
Yeah.
And when you're an actor, you're in such a vulnerable space in front of the camera. You're very open to suggestion. You're very open to criticism. So when you work with people who actually want to nourish you, and want to see you do your best, you really are not afraid of, I don't know, stupid things like log kya sochenge. You're just having fun in the moment. It's a very pure act of creation.
Yeah.
And maybe it's my Delhi theatre days or whatever it is. Like, I really enjoy working with people who are just having fun because, and because we're having so much fun, it will reach the audience. Like, as recently, like a Maharani or a Monica, I had so much fun working with both
Great film, by the way.
Thank you. Both Vasan Bala and Subhash Kapoor, because I feel like they just empower you.
Yeah.
And then you have fun. And then you're not thinking, am I playing like this super villain or I'm playing this teen bachcho ki maa. No, I'm just having fun.
Yeah.
And because you're having so much fun, it reaches the audience.
Yeah. A friend of mine who is an actress, we were Jenny having a chat on the phone. And she and I were discussing about, she told me, oh, X person was paid this much for the movie, Y person was paid this much for the movie, Z person was paid this much for the movie. And she was like, this is shocking.
Of course.
Now, my question to you is that you're a producer now, right? I might become one tomorrow.
Inshallah.
What is a justified way to say that X person gets this much money and Y person gets this much money? And my thought was, should it not just be based on screen time? कि अगर 120 मिनट का पिक्चर है और उसमें एक जन 100 मिनट के लिए तो this is how much they ought to be paid. कोई 20 मिनट के लिए तो this much they should be paid. ऐसे नहीं होता?
नहीं, ऐसे नहीं होता. I think normal conventional तरीके से जो चीजें हो रही हैं, which is कि the bigger the star, the more money they take home.
Even if their role is smaller.
Even if, not, again, yes, even if the role is smaller, whatever. Say, for example, today in Alia Bhatt, she would, no matter who's in the film, she would take I mean, if there are other, like for example, Gangubai, she is the highest paid, I'm assuming, of course, on that film.
Great song, by the way.
Thank you.
Of yours.
Thank you. Similarly, yes, but unfortunate cheez ye hoti hai, which is something that I also feel extremely bad about, is that women often are not paid as much as men. And even if you're the same level of star, because there's a bias that a male actor needs to be paid more because films are always revolving around
Their
the main
story.
protagonist, their story, their whatever, which is quite unfortunate. And also, not just that, even a female-led, like I'm a producer now, but if I have to make an action film with a male star or a female star, if they're the same level of stars as well, I will probably get a bigger budget for the male hero just because of his gender. And that's a fact. And studios do this. So I think what has to happen has to be a systemic change. It can't happen because two people give 2 interviews and they whatever.
Of course.
It has to happen at the corporate level, at the studio level.
Because Anushka Sharma has also said in interviews कि कमरे भी अलग टाइप के मिलते हैं.
हाँ, सब कुछ ही अलग होता है. सब कुछ ही अलग होता है.
Vanity अलग होता है, कमरा अलग होता है.
Yeah.
Which
it's
is
true.
bizarre to me because you know, how can you do that?
It's sad, it's unfortunate, it's very, very unfortunate. And it even happens not just in the main leads, but also like the other characters, the character actors. It even happens with them.
Yeah.
If supposing there's a couple that's supposed to play my parents, production will end up paying the guy who's playing my father a little more than the woman who's playing my mother. It doesn't matter on the number of days they have
What
to
are
shoot.
you saying?
Yeah, it happens.
Oh wow. This is like a very obvious, intentional disparity then.
I think, you know, the way it's looked at is because ये तो ऐसे ही चलता चला आ रहा है. तो इसमें क्या है? उनको तो देना पड़ेगा ना. So you just like, but why? I think it comes from the idea that women are just replaceable.
Yeah. I've never understood that, but
Yeah.
there's a moment of silence.
There's a moment of silence, but it's true because it hits somewhere, right?
Yeah.
It's like women, अच्छा ये heroine तो कोई ना कोई heroine तो मिल ही जाएगी ना इन लोग के opposite. मैं ज़्यादा तो नहीं बोल रही हूँ. ये तो चली जाएगी दिल्ली, हमको तो कहीं काम करना है. इसका तो बढ़िया इंटरव्यू हो जाएगा, हम फंसेंगे.